Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be getting this little baby going. This is the Ferguson T20. Had this now for 24 years I think it is. Doesn't get used a lot anymore. And it's got a battery on it. Even better. So today's job, we are changing the cork seal that's in here because it's leaking at the moment. And then once we've done that, we will see if we can get it to start. So just going to pop that on there, and I guess the first job to do before we do anything is put that battery on charge, because that's going to be flat, very flat. Right, charger ready. Ooh, one good thing about these T20s is you can like balance it on the foot peg and the brake, which is quite good. Just double checking the charger is on 12 volt and not 24, which it is. And let's see if we can get this battery to take a charge, I guess. Plug in. Charger off. Positive. Negative. Switch on. Ew, nothing. Nothing at all. Oh dear. Okay, that's proper flat, so I probably have to jump start this. Anyway, we'll get on now and fit this. Well, yeah. Hopefully. Look, cobwebs. They're not too bad of a job to fit. I've had this previously soaked in WD-40 just to help it swell up a little bit, and in here should be a small nut, and I'm hoping I've got the right size socket. And the answer is no. Let me go and get a better size socket. 3/8, try that. Should really get something to kneel on, but I don't plan on being here too long, so I'm going to try not to. It's not 3/8, 7/16. I'm definitely getting my steps in, if nothing else. So I've got a little thumb ratchety thing, so turn that the right way. There we go. Little brass nut. Washer and spring washer. And now this should come out. And as we can see, because it's dried out, it's actually got a split there, so that's why it was leaking. Pain in the backside really, because that was new. But I don't think the quality today is anywhere near as good as it used to be years ago. So we'll put a new one in and give us a bit of a clean. And I think what will help make it better going forwards is if we either put kerosene in with the petrol, or we use some two-stroke oil to help. Just going to clean this up now with some wire wool, and then I'll put a smear of grease on there. Do the same on that, clear out some wire wool, smear of grease on there, and then we can install the new cork. I'll give this a quick clean and we'll be good to go. Not going to take a lot. Got these cleaned up now, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of grease on here. Ooh, slippery stuff, and then we put a bit on the cork as well, and hopefully that will help with what we want to achieve in terms of letting it slip and not stick. So that's a new cork. Like I say, I've already soaked it in WD-40 at some point a long time ago, and then that should go on there. Could probably do with a bigger hole because I got to like screw it on a bit, so a bigger hole in the middle probably would help with this, but never mind, I'm sure we'll be fine. Just need to make sure the little tabs line up onto the tap itself. So some grease on there, put some grease on here as well, and then you see how the holes kind of line up, but not as well as they should. Then yeah, that should work essentially. And at the moment there's no way that's going to fit in there because it's swelled up. Great. Lesson of the day, don't pre-soak them essentially. So what I can do is pop this one back on, and it's quite a bit smaller, so what I can do is cut around that and then we'll be good to go. So hopefully this will work and it'll go in nice and I won't look a complete and utter wally. Trim that down to size now, nice and easy with a Stanley knife, doesn't take long, and we'll just push these little ears in to locate it, and we should be ready to bolt it back on, put the nut back on, push it in with a tap, and two of the spring washers, I believe it was, and a flat washer. So it's a brass nut, so it doesn't stick on, which is great. They should, I think, have a little spring on them, but I don't have that, so I'm going to use two spring washers instead, and then that just gives me a little bit more to nip up on it in terms of the the clamping pressure against the cork without actually being direct onto the tap. It gives me a bit of spring still. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I hope you do. I believe the hard part then was getting the nut back on. Potentially now, because it started to swell. Well, not started to swell, but it is swollen. Which was a bad move. Me trying to be clever. I think we're going to have to change this battery or get some jump leads, because it doesn't appear to be taking a charge. So one problem I'm having now is when I turn the tap, the nut is actually trying to work its way off, which is something I'm going to have to keep an eye on. Because before long, the tap will have worked its way off. And we'll be leaking petrol and kerosene everywhere. Which isn't going to be good. Well, not for my purse anyway. Okay, so we're on petrol there. The next thing to do is to undo this. Take the... Oof. So we put a bit of oil on that to undo that. Bit WD on there, we'll clear that clean. Take the plugs out, put some WD and some engine oil down in the bores because it hasn't run for about 9 or 10 months. So we'll put a bit of pre-lubrication in there. That will also help draw the petrol up because it'll help create suction. Don't forget me Stanley knife blade. But first things first, we'll give this a clean out. Ready for some fresh petrol. Because in there, it is... It's grim. It smells like varnish. I think it's going to need a scrape. There we go, clean enough for this job. Probably leak out of the ceiling here now, but never mind, eh? What can we do? Not a lot, really. That'll be that. Right, let's get the plugs out and put some oil in them. A bit tight. People will probably say, oh, you should have blown it off with the airline, you should have done this, you should have done that, but where the plug fits is clean, so there's no need. And they are genuine Champion spark plugs, none of this NGK rubbish. N21 are they? N21, yep. Hey, jobs are good and I'm getting good at this. Well, if I was good at it, maybe it'd be going and I wouldn't be talking. Ooh, look at that, that will never fire. Like brand new, nearly. Yeah, we'll give them a bit of a tickle with a wire brush, I think. And then what we need to do is give it a good wash and get some boiled linseed oil on it to protect it a little bit. Because ideally it could do with a paint, and it could do with living undercover. Living undercover would be better for it. So, a bit of WD. Hopefully that'll go around the bores a bit. Like so. A few squats of oil. If I can reach this one, can I? Yeah, we can do it. Oh, we're running out, we're running out. Lovely job. I'm covered in it. That's not quite as nice. Let me find a rag. So we'll just see if it'll turn over on the fan belt before we do anything. Oh yes, there we go. Just work the pistons up and down a little bit. like so. The other thing I'm going to do is throw a cap full of petrol in, because that will really help it. Okay, environmentally friendly as we can see, or maybe not. Right, so gonna clean spark plugs next, won't we? That was our next job. Do they need it? Yeah, I think they do. With a rag. Because if we get it nice and hot, it'll burn all off. Lovely. And I have confidence that it will fire after we've cleaned the distributor. And it's usually the points that need a good clean. Oh my lordy, here we go. Yeah. There we go. So if it runs on 3 cylinders, we need to clean plug number 4, because that was the one that was fouled up. So I don't think this battery's doing a lot charge-wise, to be honest. Oh, I wonder why my switch didn't work. Because there's a wire off. Why is there a wire off? I have no idea. It's my flashy light at the back. Anyway, I don't use that. Distracted. We're not bothered about that at the moment, because we're going to redo the wiring on it and make it that little bit better. Nice little 42 ampere battery, an 038-4, or oblique 4 I should say, to be correct, because it's not a dash, because the dash is like a hyphen, and it's not a hyphen. Spark plugs only need nipping up. Perfect. There we go, put the plug caps back on, then we'll take the dizzy off. Might as well take the dizzy off first. Ooh. There we go. One rotor arm. Yeah, it's a bit dirty, isn't it? We'll go and give that a clean, I think, before that goes back on. And that's off out. Get a screwdriver and see if we have a spark in the points. Put the key in now. Alternator charge lights come on. Just going to give the points a little wiggle, see if there's any. There's noise. There's no bright flash. Bit of smoke. Smoke's encouraging, that means they're drying out. Oh, we have a spark. Very small. I'm going to get a stronger screwdriver because this is bending a bit. So this is the distributor cap. The rotor arm, what I took out before, the condenser and the points, and you loosen these 2 bolts here to set your point gap when that part of the points is on the cam. So this part stays where it is. Well, it's on the cam, and then we use this to move that bit in and out when this is on the top lobe to set the points to about 15 thou. But we shouldn't have to adjust the points, so hopefully you better see. A little bit of a spark in there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but hopefully we'll do it a bit, and that spark will get brighter and brighter as the points dry out. And then we will be able to fire her up when there's some petrol in her. So every time the bit here gets moved away from this bit by the lobe of the cam, then that causes that spark, which then lets the condenser send power down to the coil, which then sends it through the HT lead to wherever the rotor arm's pointing at to fire each cylinder. That should be good enough for us to fire up. Ooh, and it's good. Oh, that didn't help, did it? Giving me a shock on my finger, it was. Very naughty. Anyway, so we can put that back together now, and that should be that. Ready to go. Pop some petrol in. If, and this is a big if, it turns over, or we need to change the battery. So I don't need my ambi cloth, which I was going to put in the points to give it a clean, which is good. Cap can go back on. Can use my ambi cloth to do the rotor arm now. Just like that. Easy peasy. There's got the little mark in there which goes into the cutout here, and then a little tag is what fits on here. So that goes on there like that. And I am thinking of getting like an electronic distributor for it, because people say they do run a lot better on them. So that's something that potentially we'll be doing in the future. But when we get this going today, we can turn it around, which will be good. And then we are off to Nantwich to see Ben at UTV LED lights. So I'm looking forward to meeting up with Ben in a bit. We're going to get my new lights that I'm getting for the Fulton Major, and before I fit them on, what I want to do is do a bit of a comparison to see what the difference is between one of their lights and an eBay special that is going to be, basically, I've got eBay lights on at the moment and they were £6 a pair, so it tells me how good all the quality was, or is not. But what I do want to do is put possibly 4 of the eBay lights against one of the UTV LED lights and see what the actual difference is in terms of how far they shine, and put the cap back on the right way, it'd help. There we go. Yeah, how far they shine and how different the light quality is in terms of like the colour and the brightness. So that's one of the things I want to do. And then we will be able to have them on the Major, and potentially we're going to put one in the front grille of the car, just so I get a little bit more value for money out of them, rather than them sitting on the Major all year doing nothing really. That's not fair, that's not fair. I'll take these back so they don't fall over, and then we'll have a look at doing the battery change. let's put some petrol in and see if anything comes out of here, and we can see if it's going to fire up and go. Might go with a booster, might not, don't know. Do we need do we have any water? Dry as a bone. It's not good, is it? There's no water in the radiator. Well, that doesn't matter at the minute. Yeah, petrol. And the seat's a bit wet, so we'll have to dry the seat off. Make sure the carburetor drain's turned off, and yeah, we should be somewhere near, hopefully. Nothing yet. Where's my spout? Well, there's lots in there, so that only means that the tap is blocked. Lovely. Maybe it'll go with a blow. Ta-da! Look at all the crap that's come out. So I think that is leaking, needs tightening up a bit more. Like that. I'm going to have to get a proper spring or find something better for that, because that's not really going to work very well. But we have petrol. Step 1 complete. Now, question is, will the petrol come out of the carburetor? Because if we have no petrol at the carburetor, we're not going anywhere. So this is my homemade heat shield from many, many years ago. Well, that's good, we have petrol. Nice clean petrol. So happy with that. On max, that's taken a charge, so potentially it might go. I can't find a booster at the minute. I'm going to pop you guys back on here, and I'm going to hit boost on the button. Just camera don't fall down. Yeah, hit boost on the button and see where we go. Hopefully. Maybe not. And I've got another battery that I might be able to put on there. Got this battery that we had for the car, and I think it was to go on here. So what we're going to do is see if it will fit. So remove the negative first. And I might have to give the terminals a clean as well. Terminals aren't looking great, so we'll have to give them a quick clean out with the emery cloth or something like that. I think somewhere I've got a terminal cleaner, but I don't know where it is. Oh, yes, I do. I see it the other day. Let me go and find it. There we go, that is one battery terminal cleaner. So this part's like a reamer for the battery leads, and this part you just basically put on the terminal and spin it round and it cleans it. I guess. I've never used one before, never had to, but it does help if you don't have wires in the way too. Does it work? I'm not convinced. Might do. Oh, it's doing something. Yeah, kind of. A little bit, maybe. I don't want to trap my fingers in it, like. It does highlight how little contact you actually get though with the terminal and the clamp. So this is our quick release battery version. Ovals are a bit tight because I've got fat, and I'm going to see if this other battery for now will fit in. Ooh, 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 ooh. It might do, you know, kind of, not. But if I take the cable ties off, it might go. This is where I stabbed myself. Try and go for that one because that's got less distance to come off. Oh dear. Oop, yep, yeah, we done it. Oh. Not quite, it snapped. Oh dear. We tried. That's the main thing, we tried. Right, so, battery out, slide it in from the side. Ooh. Like that. See? It nearly fits. What's stopping it? I don't know. That cable tie there, maybe. What's that cable tie doing there? That's not good, is it? It doesn't quite fit. Oh, it does. It's in. Like it was meant to be there. Positive. And positive it'll work. Bit awkward now because it's really close to the tank. I preferred it the other side for the terminals. You know, but yeah, let's. Oh, there we go. We are on. Kind of. That off there. Are we ready? Key on. Maybe a better choke. Close the throttle. a warm up, then she'll rev up. And the next question is, will the clutch be stuck or will the clutch not be stuck? That's obvious, isn't it? So what we can now do is give this battery here, give it a clean with our terminal cleaner, and then we can put it on charge and see if it takes a charge. So we'll do that after, which should be good. And now all we need is something to put on the seat, like a bin bag. Because it's awfully wet. I don't want a wet bum. It's not very nice. Not at all. Nobody likes a wet bottom. Nobody. Curious to know how much water's in it though. I'm going to put some water in it because it always uses water. It doesn't use it, it just disappears. Now luckily we haven't had a frost yet, and that'll probably happen tonight, but I do need to do an antifreeze check on it at the moment, so I'm just going to basically put enough water in to get into the header tank. That's probably taken like half a litre maybe. I think it's so good to be honest, it's a new radiator too. Don't know the answer to that. Got my seat cover. There we go, it's better, isn't it? Lovely job. Don't know where that one goes either. Never mind. Oop, bonnet down. Put my towel back in front of my radiator. It's no bed sheet really, but it does help it to warm up. And we can give the old girl a bath. Because she'll like a bath. I know she will. The bath will make her feel nice. The same as we like a bath. Or do we? Right, clutch, stuck. Yes or no? Place your bets now. Will I crash? Oh, it's tight. All remains to be seen. For the choke. Oh dear, I've broken it. let that drain out. Ooh, we're falling, people. So yeah, we've got alright oil pressure, you can see it. Temperature's come up nicely. We're not leaking water anywhere. I don't know where the water goes. It just, I park it up and it just disappears. It runs off. And it never tells me it's going. Oh, awful. Awful. Yeah, so happy with that really. I'll take my seat cover off. Put my twin spools on there, they don't work brilliant. The way the Ferguson system works, but they kind of do what I need them to. I am tempted to take it off and put that on the major, if I can't get the 2 spool valve blocks to fit on that. So, yeah, all in all, it's been good, so thanks for watching, maybe, or we'll go and get our lights. So yeah, if I don't go and get the lights, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll probably do a new video and go and get the lights really, so that's that.